usually like that. First of all, get just a feel of the thing with the gel on.
Yeah.
And then I go like that, and then round like that, and then
the hip
and then I had a
bone.
really good go like that to dig in just with a sore
Is this
spot.
the hip bone, Sandra?
These are your sit bones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
These are the same.
And your coccyx.
This is under the coccyx here.
yeah. No, I just went there because it's more like that, isn't it, when I'm laying down? So I just went like that there, because that's where the
So
pain
that
was
helps
there.
here, there.
There.
Yeah,
The
the
sore
muscles
spot.
around
Yeah,
the hip bone.
yeah.
This is a little bit of a 50+ group here. We have 50-ish,
60?
60-ish,
And 80-ish.
80+-ish. So anyway, we thought we'd have a little discussion about perineum. So we know we have the perineal triangle, the urogenital, and this is the anal one. And across here is the body of the perineum. So basically, these are our sit bones. So if we were sitting, we'd actually be sat like this. And then obviously we've got our hips here, and it's about everything under there that we need for movement. Now this area here is layer upon layer upon layer of connective tissue or fascia, and excuse me a moment, it needs to be flexible because in childbirth it can expand up to 5 times. So when you're walking and sitting and squatting and jumping, it needs to interact, it needs to be hydrated, it needs to be flexible, and I'm afraid a lot of us, through repetitive movements, childbirth, it can actually get quite tight and start pulling where it shouldn't. So this is the 3-step approach using my KORI. So first of all, it's your massage. So basically, if you were lying down, it's a case of getting some lubricant or some oil for external work, you know, your coconut oils or your grapeseed, and it's just very gently working up and down slowly, but concentrating the bit here on the body of the perineum. That's the bit that lies straight in between your sit bones there, and it's just up and down, it's little circular movements. And you can also try that in side lying. I don't know if it's because I'm too big, but I like side lying because I can't reach. So I would be using this hand here, and I'd either be pushing down over my sit bone or pulling up over, and then I'd actually work around my hips to help release that tension. So that's the first step, is the massage. And I know you've been using yours a while, so how are you getting on with yours?
Oh, great. Yeah, I find it so relaxing, and I'm more supple actually. You know, and when I used to lay in bed on my side when my hips were playing up, so I had to move. Since I've been using this, I don't get any hip pain. I don't get woken up with it or anything now. So, you know, I wouldn't stop using it. It's brilliant.
So mind you, how did you feel when you first started?
A bit strange because I'm not used to doing things like that, but you get used to it because you know it's doing you good. So why not carry on? You know, I want to go on forever, so, you know, I don't want to seize up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Georgia, how have you been getting on?
Yeah, I have the same experience as Joe. I have hip pain, so I started to use it. It was strange at the beginning, but after a while, after some days, I can say, and very soon, 5 or 6 days, the tension, the hip bones was released, muscles were released, and I had better sleep.
Yeah, no, that's good. I think I'm the only one that's using it internally out of us 3.
No, I haven't
Now
used
she's
it
making us
internally.
jealous, isn't she?
Haven't used it.
Anyway, to start with, obviously you need some lubrication, and you just very gently work on the edges, and slowly but surely, you know, it's just gentle massage in and out, and you can then just rotate it round. And do you know what? It is the most relaxing thing I've experienced. But obviously, you know, you've got over 20 plus muscles that are attached to the hip, to the thigh, that internally you've got your pelvic floor. The iliopsoas actually comes down and through and attaches onto the inside of the femur, so you're kind of working the other side of your hip bone. But I found that all my hip pain and all the pains probably from childbirth, when I massage, it's all right-sided with me. So I tend to have pain from my back all the way down through onto my hip, and I just find it's so relaxing. But you know, it makes sense. You know, we talk about core muscle as the abdominals and the pelvis, but you know, what about the pelvis, the lower part of the pelvis, and the connection to our hip bones?
Well, we never exercise that.
We don't
that
think
part.
about it,
No,
do you, half
no.
the time? I mean, it's just...
Yeah, I mean, this here is just folds upon folds upon folds of connective tissue, and it needs to move. We need to be dynamic.
Yeah.
You know, you just
Yeah,
we
you're
need
right.
that. We
I
need
think
to,
if younger ladies who are giving birth and use it continually, they will reach our age and without pains.
yeah,
They
that
will be happier.
Yeah.
we would hope so,
Yeah.
actually. So you know, it's just, this area is so important, and it's just been ignored for so long. I think everyone should get to know that area, the perineum, the area between their sit bones. I mean, we sit on it all day and we just take it
Yeah.
for granted. We're quite sedentary now. We need to move more, but we need this to move and be flexible, for us to walk, for us to run, for us to jump, for
Yeah.
us to squat.
Never think about it.
Who does?
No.
Who does think about that area there? So that's quite interesting. Then, of course, you can use your imagination, and you know, don't listen. But it's quite nice too when you use your imagination.
Okay.
Well, that's all I've got left.
I believe you.
Well, you can use it. You can use it outside as well.
Outside.
You can
Yeah.
use it
Okay.
outside. Obviously around the hip bone, it's quite nice to work around the hip bone. So basically, when you're massaging, you're trying to find the tender points, the bits that are hurt, you know, the tight. It's like on the neck and shoulders, you get tight muscles anywhere. So basically, you know, you massage around your sit bones, around your bottom, you know, all along, down round to your coccyx.
Yeah.
And I have a particularly tight spot here around by my coccyx, so that's an area that I like, and then around my hip bone. But most of the problem and tightness I find is on the body of the perineum, just there. And of course that has a massive impact when you're talking about childbirth as well. So you know, when you get to about 35 weeks, just discuss with your midwife. Not that we're gonna have kids.
No, I don't need one anymore.
So you know, it just needs to be loosened and looked after.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this gives you the opportunity to take your responsibility about yourself, about self-healing. If we don't take this responsibility, who will?
Well, this is it, and who else is going to do it for you
Yeah.
if you don't do it
Yeah.
yourself? No
You
one.
have yourself every
No
day
one's
with
going
you.
to volunteer.
So anyway, once you've relaxed your perineum and you've sorted out where your sore spots are, the tension is, and you've massaged, the next thing is to really connect with your perineum. So basically, we have a bullet, and it's got 3 programs. So you press and hold to put it on, press again for the first program, and it's 5 quick 2-second contractions, and then 5 longer 3-second contractions. If you press it again, you'll then get 5 quick contractions and 5 slow ones of 6 seconds, and then press it again. The third program is the 5 quick, and then the 5 9-second holds. You know, the physios recommend that you do 10 quick contractions, because those are the ones that, you know, it's those whoop moments where you just kind of think, oh dear, and you just instinctively hang on to everything. And then obviously the longer holds are for endurance, basically. So the recommendation is 10 quick contractions, 10 holds 3 times a day, but this gives you the opportunity to build up to that. So you start off with the 3-second holds, move to the 6-second holds, then the 9-second holds. And basically you don't have to insert it, but you ladies know that. So you put the bullet in here, select the program,
Yeah.
and then you'd sit with this is the handle, and then obviously this is the body of it. So you goes near your bottom, the handle, and then the rest of it, the shaft, goes along the perineum, and you'll feel the vibrations, tune into them, and then basically you've got to think about relaxing yourself first. Make sure your neck is nice and loose, that you're breathing gently, and just relax along with those with those vibrations. So we need to learn to relax everything first. So do some nice relaxed breathing techniques. Make sure your shoulders aren't up here, because everything's connected. If your shoulders are up here, then your pelvis is going to be tight. So let's just relax everything first and breathe, and just spend a couple of minutes thinking about letting go and release with those vibrations. And then after that, the third step is to contract, and basically it's just a case of squeeze from the back passage round to the front, and exercise along with the vibrations. So you've got your quick contractions and then your slow pull up and holds, and that's the 3 steps to that. So how have you found everything, ladies? What's
I loved it.
Yes,
I love it
it's
because it helps
just
me a lot.
relaxing. It is
Yeah,
relaxing,
it helps
and
a lot.
it's great to have those buzzing and your timings, so you are aware of what you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it's left to your own devices, you wouldn't be doing it right,
No.
probably. But
I
this
don't-
is good for the timing on it.
Yeah.
I think it takes for the first 3-second hold ones, it takes about 12 minutes to go through,
Yeah.
like 100 sort of
Which is no time,
contractions
is it,
there.
really?
And then up to like 16 for the longer holds. So it doesn't take long.
But you obviously have to build up to that.
Yeah, the funny thing was I started using it the wrong way around to test which way was better. Couldn't feel a thing afterwards, it's so powerful. So it's definitely the round bit near your bottom.
Yeah.
I'm using it always sitting in front of my PC, because I sit a lot
At the
while working
computer.
on the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on the computer.
You can sit
And,
on it watching
and
the
sit on it.
television. It's the same
and it
thing.
helps.
You're relaxing into
Yeah,
the program,
yeah.
you're watching, and
Yeah,
this is
It
telling
kind of
you.
gets that
squeeze.
connection together again,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
that
Yeah.
proprioception. I mean, after having kids, we do tend to lose a lot of proprioception there, so we lose that connection. And, it's really difficult to know that we're squeezing the right things. We end up squeezing our stomach, our bottoms. But this then just makes sure that you're so aware this is where you put it and this is where you're contracting. So I found that quite useful.
It relaxes not only the area you exercise, but also the whole body. So you go to bed, if you do it in the evening, you
Yeah,
go to bed and sleep better.
You do,
That's
because you're
nice.
more
Better
relaxed,
sleep.
aren't you?
Yeah.
It's very
It's
good.
amazing.
I wouldn't be without mine anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just helps me so much.
I have it always with me, even when I go for a weekend or a
Yeah,
holiday.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
Well, there
no,
you go.
I love it.
So that's 50 plus.
Yeah.
Giving away our secrets
We don't
now.
think so. After using my KORI, we feel even younger.
Yeah, 21 again.
Yes. With a lot of years of experience.
Yeah, 21
Many,
years
many,
and
many
60
years.
years of experience.
Yeah.
Many years. Anyway,
good.
thank you for all that.
Thank you, Sandra.
So,
It's very clever of you to invent
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, she's
I
very
just,
clever.
I just want everyone to use it and help themselves. So, yeah, 3-step program: learn to massage, relax, and then strengthen.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.